What's up, guys? We got one here from Men Only, titled Modern Women Upset as They Are Going Their Own Way. Let's get into it.
If you can prove me wrong, I'm going to cash up you $100 immediately. There is no benefit to dating the modern man in 2024. There are literally no real life tangible benefits that you will receive from pursuing relationships with males. Whenever I have this discussion with somebody in real life and I ask them, okay, what are the actual real life tangible benefits that come with dating men? They always say, oh, affection, companionship, love. I have friends and family who love me. Why would I seek out a man for those things?
Oh my god. You want to seek out a man for those things because you want to build a legacy with your man. Someone who's going to love you, treat you well, elevate you as you would do in return. In your case, you're just looking for the guy who has money and to buy you things and nothing more.
Other people also say, oh, well, everything is cheaper when you split it with somebody. Baby, these 2024 males don't even want to work. So what are y'all saying?
The man you are choosing is the problem. Keyword is you. You're chasing the broke bad boy Chad Thunderstick and have labeled all men that are like this. Good men are seeing this attitude and saying no thank you and leaving dating altogether or going overseas.
If you can name for me 3 to 5 real life, tangible, in your hand right now benefits that come with pursuing relationships with men, I'm going to send you some money right now. So please leave a comment. What are the benefits of dating men? I, for a fact, know that there are none, but I want to see what y'all say.
So every time I go out on dates with these men, they always assume after the second or third date that nothing's gonna happen. They think that I'm too innocent or too prudish or something, and I'm not sure what's giving off that impression because look at me. You can just throw me around. Look at me. You could just throw me around. Look, you could just have your way with me. I can take it. I swear to God, I can. I swear to God, I can.
Don't let an innocent looking girl fool you. Jesus. They could be some of the biggest 304s. There was a saying when I was a kid, don't date the pastor's daughter. Why? Because she was the village bicycle. She's been picked up more times than a bowling ball flung in the gutter and keeps coming back for more. Recreational use only. Actually, I wouldn't even use this one for recreational use. Who knows what you're going to get from her.
Broke no contact. He broke no contact. He broke no contact. Bro, this is not okay. This is not funny. Ain't shit funny. Oh my God, I'm about to throw up. God, I'm not gonna be able to fight you, bro. It's not funny. Dude, I have not felt like this in so long.
Man, the crazy is strong in this one. So, did the guy block her? Did he break up with her? Not quite sure, but by the way she's acting, she's still attached to this guy. She almost looks like she has a touch of crazy with her. Thus is why the crazy is strong in this one. But let's assume they were dating. He probably got tired of her crap and left. It takes a lot for a man to break and just say enough is enough and walk away. It's not a normal man's nature to do that. Most of these toxic women know this and they use that to their advantage. Just walking that, that thin line between the guys staying and leaving. A good strong male won't tolerate this, but the beta Bob simp, he'll let this go on for a while until one day he finally wakes up and says no more.
Ladies, the strong black woman narrative is a scam. Wake up! I had a good run. I did everything the society told me to do. I worked really hard. I damn near broke my back. I paid all my bills. I put everybody else first. I told men I was independent. I did it, and I did it to say that I won nothing from it. I literally did not win any special awards. My life has not changed drastically. So now I'm going to reclaim my time, okay? When you see me now, know that I'm a soft babe.
Looks like somebody woke up and realized the feminist movement is a lie. Good for her. As long as she is still young enough and she has a chance. And also as long as she didn't turn a bunch of tricks during this time in the name of empowerment.
I am so tired of being a strong, independent black woman. Can somebody's son please come free me?
No.
On behalf of all the independent girls worldwide, I'm here to say that we are tired. In fact, let me speak for myself. I am tired. I'm tired of worrying about my own hair, worrying about paying for my own nails, worrying about what I'm gonna eat, paying for what I'm gonna eat, paying my bills, fixing my own car, paying my own rent, doing everything by myself. Like, I need someone to share my worries with me. I need to be taken care of.
Oh, damn. Notice how she says, I want, yet offers nothing in return. Stay away from people like this. They're a leech to your wallet, time, your health, mental health, everything. Pass. Next.
Like, guys, I'm so exhausted.
I think my favorite part about dating men is how after 3 months, they just like change their entire personality and start hating you.
But what are you doing after 3 months to make them hate you? That's the bigger question. Like I said earlier, it takes a lot for a guy to just say enough is enough and leave. Guys, these independent boss babe, toxic women can play the long game. Now, if you exercise more listening and ask just the right questions and let a woman talk, she'll tell on herself every time. And it's pretty easy to do once you get the hang of it. But if you do it right, you'll get them to do this very early on and save yourself a whole lot of headache and pursuing a relationship with her. But there are some women out there that are very good at hiding it, and they'll play that long game, and you're not going to know about it until years after marriage, kids are along, and the whole 9 yards what their real motive is. I don't know if you've seen one of my videos, but a previous video I've done the other day is about a woman who stole over $20,000 from her husband as an exit strategy. Let that sink in.
There are only 2 instances in which a woman would ever hypothetically hit the wall, and I say hypothetically because women don't hit the wall.
Oh, darling, I do admire your wishful thinking, but the reality is women do hit the wall, and hit it hard.
Okay, that is a concept invented by men that is projected onto women.
No, not really. In reality, it's a concept invented by evolution and biology. But continue on.
But women don't hit the wall. But if they were to hit the wall, hypothetically speaking, the only 2 times they would ever hit the wall would be 1, if they're literally dead, and 2, if they decide to stop taking care of themselves.
Well, yeah, I got to agree with you on the obvious one. If you're dead, you most certainly have hit the wall. I mean, why you're even bringing that up in the argument really doesn't make that much sense. But as to the second thing you said, which is a woman can let herself go and then indeed hit the wall, there may be some truth to that, but not in the way you think. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's hear what else you have to say.
And I'm not talking about just taking care of your physical appearance, because that is what a lot of women focus all their attention on.
You think? And let's be honest, the reason they do that is because they're worried about being judged by other women, not men.
You as a woman are able to take care of your physical appearance, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. You're in tune with yourself. You don't neglect yourself. You don't neglect your needs. You have a community of people who support you and understand you. You're never, ever gonna hit the wall.
Tell me you don't know what it means to hit the wall without telling me. Yeah, I know that's a tired old phrase, but this is the epitome of not understanding what men mean when they say a woman has hit the wall. Because all those things she mentioned, while valuable traits, I'll agree, are things that women value, not so much men. She literally has absolutely no understanding of how men think and feel, like most of today's modern women. They can't get out of their own space. They view everything through the prism of how women think. The reality that men think completely different from women is something that they will not accept. They deny it even exists. And anything that's outside that norm, they simply disregard, ignore, or decide that it's wrong. She's actually utterly clueless about it. And I'll explain why in just a bit.
The reason why men love saying you're gonna hit the wall is because they're scared of hitting the wall.
Oh, honey, I hate to break it to you, but no, they're not. Men don't hit the wall. Women do.
Yeah. Men age like fine wine, women age like sour milk. You're going to hear that expression a lot. Once a guy hits his 40s, he's in his prime. If he has done his homework, working out, eating right, taking care of himself, mental health, working on his finances, he's going to age like fine wine. He's going to have options. He's going to pull young women. If you're a guy who hasn't done any of this, gained lots of weight, living at home with parents, barely have a job, and so on, you're going to age like sour milk. And yeah, a man's going to, in a sense, hit the wall and then not get a woman.
They're scared of being old and alone, and they want you to hurry up and settle for them so that they're not old and alone. So it's projection.
Oh, it's projection, all right. But it's you and most of today's modern women that are doing the projecting. You all want to believe that men are scared of being alone when they get older, when the reality is it's women who are scared. And interestingly, they're starting to admit it. You're seeing more and more videos from older women admitting that they're afraid they're going to end up alone, that they're not going to have a man in their life. Not now, not ever. And the reality of the matter is, women know that to be a truth. They know that they're going to end up alone because men do indeed have options. They can choose to be alone. And for the most part, they're okay with that. In fact, many of them are finding that they're thriving that way. Oh, sure, we'd love to have a happy, healthy relationship, but the odds of finding one of them, not just when you're older, but at any point for today's men, is damn near zero at this point. And women are seeing that, which is why they are the ones that are, in fact, scared, which is why they project those feelings, those beliefs onto men, like you just did.
Not to mention, it's completely untrue that nobody's going to want you as you get older, as long as you as a woman continue taking good care of yourself.
Oh, I truly feel sorry for this young lady, because the reality is she's already hit the wall. She just doesn't know it yet. Or maybe she does, which is why she's coming up with all these things to avoid facing that reality.
Because the amount of men who want you actually increases.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at her. I really don't. But if she thinks that's the reality, boy, is she in for a rude awakening.
That's why I said, you're not going to hit the wall as a woman unless you're literally dead or you decide to stop taking care of yourself. Because if you're not going to stop taking care of yourself, men are constantly going to want you.
Denial isn't just a river in Egypt for today's modern women, is it?
Even if you're married with kids, divorced, widowed, whatever, they're going to want you. That is a fact.
I gotta chime in here. The only thing you're going to end up with is Chad Thunderstick trying to break his dry spell and pump and dump you, or the Beta Bob Simp, who you're going to walk all over and end up cheating on or getting a divorce from. You know, the man that you want, he is with someone much younger, better looking, with little to no trauma. Oh, and isn't from the West. So enjoy your cats and your box wine.
Oh, honey, just because you think it's a fact doesn't make it a fact. Maybe you should go talk to some of those single mothers who are sitting home alone every single Saturday night because men don't want them.
So stop letting these red pill men scare you with this hitting the wall phrase that they love to use, because we all know it's just a projection of how scared they are of being old and alone.
Or, and I mean no ill will here, maybe stop listening to young 20-year-old women who think they know it all and are running around telling other women how it is, when in reality, they have no idea what they're talking about. They just simply spew wishful thinking and projections and whatever it takes to help them avoid the reality that men are done and walking away, especially from older women. The fact that you think men are actually scared is laughable. And it shows us once again that you don't understand men. You're projecting your emotions onto them, because I'm willing to bet you've never actually talked to a man, especially an older man. And even if you did, you'll do what most of the women that are watching this video are going to do. Declare that everything I'm saying is wrong, because you think in your minds you know better how men think and feel than men do. It's a universal trait of today's modern women, and it's why they're so utterly clueless. Because here's the other reality for men that you ladies don't like, especially because you know it's true. Men can date younger. And in reality, biologically speaking, women opt for older men. So it's very easy for men to date younger. I mean, why date some 50 or 60-year-old woman when there's plenty of 30 and 40-year-olds more than willing to date an older man? I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to put women down. I'm simply saying that's a biological and evolutionary fact.
It's just funny to me the way these men think that their attention determines our value.
You know, I actually feel sorry for her, and most of the younger women from today, because what she's espousing is the very toxicity and mindset that is driving men away. It is that very toxicity that indeed makes up the wall that women hit. Yes, there are other factors. Yes, there are biological ones like not being able to reproduce eventually. But men in general are willing to overlook all of those things for the right woman, the non-toxic woman. But the reality is, the thing that's really driving it is that most of today's modern women have been indoctrinated with that toxicity literally from birth. The thing that really makes a woman hit the wall is this mindset, which is why I argue that it doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, or 70. A woman can hit the wall at any age, and usually does when she starts displaying this toxicity.
When in reality, most of us don't want their attention, and also they don't look like people that we want attention from.
And they say they don't judge people by how they look.
So it's just a little conflicting to me when I hear things like hitting the wall, because I'm like, when would that ever be a thing for any woman? Unless she was literally dead or stopped taking care of herself.
And again, I have to say, I truly feel sorry for this young lady, because I can tell already she's going to end up alone and blaming men for that reality, when in fact, it's her attitude, her toxicity that's on full display, which is the reason why no man is ever going to want to be in a relationship with her, because it is her toxicity, narcissism, and refusal to take accountability that is going to drive every man she ever could possibly meet away. Oh, sure, they may hook up with her, but be in a relationship? Not a chance. The minute they see that toxicity, they're going to walk away. No, make that run away. And I think it's a shame that older women don't sit her down and have a discussion with her. Explain to her that her mindset is indeed going to turn men away. The problem being, of course, unfortunately, most of today's modern women think exactly like her, which is why they, in turn, are alone and bitter. The wall comes, ladies, whether you like it or not. And while, yes, appearance and ability to reproduce is part of it, the truth of the matter is, as I've said, it's more about your attitude than anything else. You can deny it exists. You can find excuses for why it shouldn't exist. But it does indeed exist. And it's a reality you all need to face. Sadly, I doubt hardly any will.
It's interesting.
Sorry, guys, I zoned out here just a little bit. But what this guy is saying is facts. I'm going to try to sum up more into what he was saying because it got a little drawn out. She needs to stop listening to the narrative of the feminist movement and see what her future is going to look like when she's 40, 50, 60 years old, with no one in her life. No kids, no man, no legacy. And right now she's blinded to the hate and stuck on the current narrative, which is sad, but it's true.
I am sick to death of going out and being approached by men in the weirdest, most cringiest, uncomfortable ways possible. And I don't know if this is just like a Perth thing, because I don't really experience this in other countries. I'm genuinely concerned that there are some men who really just don't know how to interact with women at all. My best advice is to just come up and say, hey, how are you going? Like, saw you from across the room. I wanted to come over and chat to you. My name's blah, blah. This man came up to me last night after staring at me for ages, making me feel so uncomfortable. Like, it's weird. You can feel when someone's looking at you. Then he comes over and he looks at me and goes, you have pink hair. Can I get your Insta? Who are you?
You know, this is a day and age where now women need to be approaching men, but he was staring at you trying to figure you out. He sees pink hair, so he figures you're stuck in the empowerment movement. You probably have daddy issues, and he's guessing you will be easy for recreational use. I mean, she's not an unattractive woman, but lose the pink hair. Don't believe in what the feminist movement is telling you. Take a chance and approach some guys, but don't fall into the trap of riding the carousel either.
Why can't you just say hello?
Now, in today's world, we're seeing more and more women hitting the wall. You know, many spend their younger years prioritizing their careers, chasing bad boys, chads, and by the time they want to settle down, all the high-value men that they're seeking are no longer interested. You know, men, on the other hand, are waking up to this reality and going their own way, choosing to focus on their own growth, peace, success, and rather than dealing with modern dating, which is often full of entitlement, unrealistic standards, and illegal risk. This toxic culture in the West has severely damaged dating dynamics. Feminism, social media, and unrealistic expectations have made relationships a battleground rather than a partnership. Men are demonized, consistently walking on eggshells, while women are encouraged to view themselves as victims or the prized possession. The imbalance has led to this men just opting out. They're focusing on their own lives and leaving behind the broken dating market in search of fulfillment and freedom. I mean, who doesn't want peace? So guys, keep working on yourself, your body, your mind, your money. Get your blue book and leave the country. If you like what you've seen today, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace.